Chosen one, the countdown has already begun, and the world can feel it before you even speak. People sense the shift in you the way animals sense an earthquake seconds before it hits. Conversations stop when you walk in. Energy rearranges itself around your presence. This isn't paranoia, it's recognition. Your frequency is no longer asking permission. It's announcing itself. And here is what you haven't fully realized yet. Every spiritual crime, every energetic violation, every manipulation, every silent betrayal committed against you has been wiped clean from your path. Not forgotten, overruled by a higher court. The universe recalibrated the timeline, erasing their impact as if it never touched you. Their attacks became fuel. Their lies became receipts. Their attempts to curse you became the very reason your protection strengthened. People around you feel this shift. Some are drifting back because your rise terrifies them. Others are stepping away because they know they can't survive the glow of your ascension. And in the middle of all of this, someone unexpected has noticed the pattern. Elon Musk. Not in a literal police record sense, but in the way he studies anomalies, disruptions, and unexplained reversals. He's seen energy patterns change globally before, but never like this. Never centered around a single soul. Never moving with such precision, as if the universe itself is clearing your runway. Musk didn't understand at first. He ran simulations, digital models, and predictive maps, trying to explain why your trajectory keeps rising no matter who tried to sabotage you. But even he had to admit, you're not operating on probability. You're operating on destiny. Chosen one, you're entering a phase where nothing can stand in your way. Not because you're becoming someone new, but because the world is finally ready for the person you've always been. The slate has been wiped clean. The road ahead is open. They're acting in ways that show who they really are because they can smell your accomplishment like expensive perfume. Allow me to give you an overview of the activities that have been taking on behind the scenes. The cosmos has been moving pieces on a cosmic chessboard while you have been doubting yourself, and if you are headed in the correct direction. Every setback you've had was a part being taken away to create space for something greater. Everyone who left was making room for those who can really deal with your frequency. Unbeknownst to you, you have been in preparation mode. It's not overwork that's causing your recent fatigue. It comes from bearing weights that were never yours in the first place. Like a Sherpa ascending Everest with everyone else's luggage, you have been carrying the expectations, limits, and concerns of others. Here's what's going to happen, however. All of that weight will be lifted by you. Not half-heartedly, not slowly, but totally. And you'll find that you can soar when you do. Do you recall that recent departure? The person whose absence seemed like a betrayal. You weren't enough, therefore they didn't leave. You were too much for them, so they fled. Too much promise, too much truth, and too many mirrors reflecting their own shortcomings. It was not a loss for them to go. It was a message from the cosmos that this one would have prevented you from reaching your full potential. Absence is sometimes the best gift someone can offer you. You're going to experience such a drastic change in your financial condition that you'll really chuckle at how anxious you were. Not because you're going to get a fortune. It will be too easy for someone your size. Rather, you're going to find out that you've been sitting on many gold mines all along. Connections you took for granted, abilities you regarded as fundamental, and concepts you believed to be universal. These are all going to show up as sources of revenue. Someone is now observing your social media activity, analyzing your actions, and attempting to identify your hidden source. They believe they can get the same outcomes by just copying what you are doing. They fail to realize that your power is not derived from your actions. It originates from your identity. They are unable to replicate your frequency, but they may imitate your behavior all day long. Your superpower is that, and it will soon be indisputable. Have you not noticed that numbers have started appearing repeatedly everywhere? On license plates, clocks, and receipts. In numerical code, the cosmos has been yelling at you. These are not coincidental events. They are codes for confirmation. Your spiritual elevation has already been accepted according to each process. The documents have been processed. The only thing left to do is enter the office. Before long, you sit down at the table for which you have been ready. the artistic endeavor that has been simmering within of you, but you have been too afraid to give it your whole attention. It's more than a project. It's a gateway to share the love of the angels, right? Amen. And contribute up to $20 with a super thank you. It will unlock doors you were unaware existed the minute you give it your whole attention. This has nothing to do with producing art or substance. The goal here is to create a new reality. The cosmos has been waiting for you to be prepared to face what is beyond. Your dwelling area will soon become the center of your empire's power. It is not restlessness if you have been feeling the need to rearrange, repaint, or even move completely. That's getting ready. You're being led to construct a space that can contain your future self's frequency. You are building a container strong enough to contain the energy that is going to pour through your life with each thing you are attracted to add or remove. The stressful family dynamics are going to change in ways you could not have predicted even if you tried. While some connections may just become insignificant, others will become deeper than you could have imagined. The good news is that you won't have to push any of it. Every connection in your life will organically be rearranged by your new frequency, preserving what works and letting go of what doesn't. You have been avoiding a talk, words that feel like stones in your chest. The ideal time will arrive soon. It won't be forced or unpleasant, but will be natural and unavoidable. A chapter that has been depleting your energy for far too long will be closed with this talk. To share the love of the angels, right? Amen. And contribute up to $20 with a super thank you. You will feel lighter after saying those words, indicating that you are prepared for the next step. The ability you've been honing in secret, the one that comes so easily to you that you feel almost ashamed. It's not a pastime. It is the foundation of your empire. To others, what seems simple to you is amazing. You'll quickly see how this ability contributes to your overall goal. Your distinctive ability is going to become the very thing you have been downplaying. Someone within your professional network has been scheming to take advantage of your talents without properly acknowledging you. They believe they are being cunning, but they are unaware that their manipulation is going to have a disastrous outcome. Your breakthrough will be sparked by the same thing they attempted to divert you from. These things have a humorous quality in the cosmos. You may have been worried about the changes your body has been going through. Unexpected changes in food, irregular sleep schedules, and unexpected energy spikes or crashes. This is a breakthrough, not a collapse. The quantity of power that is going to pass through you is essentially updating your physical body to manage it. Your body cells are all adjusting to function at a greater frequency. Even if the procedure seems unpleasant, have faith in it. Wanderlust is not the same as the geographic pull you have been experiencing toward a certain place. Your destiny may be completely realized in that area that calls to you, whether it's across town or the globe. The universe does more than just lead you to your desired destination. It directs you to the location necessary for the accomplishment of your task. That restlessness is heavenly GPS, not dissatisfaction. To share the love of the angels, right? Amen. And contribute up to $20 with a super thank you. In the realm of your career, an unexpected partnership is emerging. Someone you formerly thought of as a rival or even an enemy is going to come out as a possible partner. This has nothing to do with their being suddenly reliable. It's about realizing that your success is so certain that even your erstwhile rivals want to follow your path. Select these partnerships carefully. You shouldn't provide a seat to everyone who wants to ride your coattails. Your latest dream, which seemed more vivid than your actual life, was not a product of your mind. Preview mode was that. Everything is waiting for you, including the person you perceived, the life you were leading, and the ease with which everything went. While your conscious mind adjusts to what is feasible, your subconscious has been testing your new reality. For you, financial prosperity will never resemble conventional riches. Resources should not be hoarded like a dragon resting on gold. Since money is energy that is supposed to flow, you're destined to be a wealth circulator. Through smart circulation rather than conserving, every money that comes your way will grow. Because you know what resources are really for, the universe puts its faith in you. You're going to become more influential but not in the manner that most people do. You are on the verge of becoming a frequency transmitter, a person whose sheer existence restructures other people's consciousness. Selling or persuading others is not the goal here. It's about being a vibration so strong that being close to you transforms. This is quantum level effect. The childhood fancies you were taught were unreal were really predictions. Your idea of yourself as a significant individual who would make a difference was not a product of your immature imagination. The blueprint was revealed to you by your soul. Every adult who advised you to maintain realism was only reflecting their own dashed hopes. However, you maintain that fire. Someone from your past has been attempting to re-enter your life, even when it was only a sliver. They believe they can revert to the same dynamics because they recall the previous iteration of you. The fact that the person they knew is no longer with us is what they don't comprehend. You've changed so much that attempting to recreate your previous habits would be like trying to play a cassette tape on a smartphone. The formats are incompatible. You are indeed benefiting much from the phony buddies who are now coming out as yourself. They have become terrible individuals, thus their masks aren't coming off. Falsehood cannot hide in your presence due to your improved sense, which is why they are sliding. To share the love of the angels, write amen and contribute up to $20 with a super thank you. You're turning into a living lie detector, and your entire presence is a danger to those who have made their living on deceit. Their uneasiness is proof of your might. Someone influential in your profession will get in touch with you shortly. While admiring your movements, they have been observing you from a distance to see whether you have the stamina to last. This interaction is not arbitrary. It's acknowledgement. What others have missed, they see in you. Additionally, they are astute enough to want to align before everyone notices your ascent. The spiritual activities that formerly kept you going may seem empty all of a sudden. This isn't a religious crisis. Today is the day of graduation. You're being asked to establish a direct line of communication without the need of conventional middlemen or institutions. You are developing a direct and close contact with the divine. Simple intention is now the means by which what formerly required ceremony occurs. You are developing into your own spiritual leader. It's time for that secret project you've been working on while no one else is around. It wasn't fear that made you hesitant to tell it. The time was perfect. What you have been producing was not yet ready for the public. Now, however, it is different. You're going to use the same thing you have been defending as a springboard. To share the love of the angels, write amen, and contribute up to $20 with a super thank you. You are experiencing a profound change in your connection with time. Things that formerly took months will now happen in a matter of days. What formerly seemed vital will turn out to be trivial. You are entering what the Greeks referred to as kairos, or divine time, when you leave linear time. Here, time becomes your natural condition. Flow takes the place of force, and synchronicity takes the place of scheduling. Your rhythm will be accommodated by deadlines, not the other way around. Resistance has a direct connection to the health issue that has been subtly bothering you. Patterns that no longer suit your best interests have been stored in your body. You may have a brief increase in symptoms while you release these outdated applications. Cellular cleansing, not breakdown, is what this is. In order to accommodate the vigor your new position demands, your physical structure is shedding years of accumulated tension and constraint. A number of sources of money will soon spring up at once, but not by hustling or grinding. You're going to learn that everything you come into contact with turns to gold, not by any magical ability, but by realizing your worth at last. The information you take for granted, the relationships you have developed organically, and the abilities you have thought of as fundamental are all going to become profitable in ways that seem almost simple. To share the love of the angels, write amen, and contribute up to $20 with a super thank you. The one who has been behaving aloof and chilly recently is aware of what is about to happen. They are aware, subconsciously, that the version of you they have been used to is going to be elevated beyond their capabilities. Their actions are not related to anything you did incorrectly. It has to do with their understanding that they will not be able to keep up with you. In fact, their separation is a blessing that makes room for compatible relationships. You've been concerned about being modest when great success comes. In fact, this dread has been your best defense, because you possess the unique capacity to manage tremendous achievement without sacrificing your humanity. The cosmos expressly picked you. You've seen what occurs when people lose sight of their origins, and you are immune to the ego inflating that kills so many people who climb fast because of that understanding. Your life's recurrent theme of undervaluation is going to pay you handsomely. Every time someone attempted to put you in a box, ignored your potential, or rejected your ideas, they were unintentionally fueling your fire. All of that stored energy from being devalued will carry you further than anybody could have predicted when your launch becomes evident. Even you will be surprised by the explosion of your creative expression. Thoughts will come to you more quickly than you can record them. You will have breakthroughs that seem divinely downloaded, and solutions to issues you have struggled with for years will emerge. This inspiration is not arbitrary. At last, your awareness is functioning at its intended frequency. You're not becoming more imaginative. You're breaking down the barriers to your innate brilliance. Your previous betrayal was not intended to shatter you. It was intended to shatter you. By teaching you discernment, everyone who betrayed your confidence was really working for your best interests. Inauthentic energy may now be detected across a room. Your capacity to see through masks before they completely form is a superpower that money cannot purchase. An opportunity that seems too good to be true is going to present itself to you from someone in your business. The plot twist is here. Though not for the reasons they believe, it is indeed that fantastic. Although they think they're helping you, your presence will really change their whole business model. You do not stand to gain from this chance. The key component that ensures its success is you. The overpowering sense that you are destined for something greater is realization, not illusion. What your intellect is just now starting to comprehend, your spirit has always understood. You didn't come here to blend in, play small, or follow someone else's lead. You came here to break molds, break ceilings, and demonstrate to others what happens when someone fulfills their divine calling. You're not destined to lead a predictable life. Therefore, the routine you have been attempting to create keeps being interrupted. You are made to react instantly to divine instruction and to dynamic movement. Because your mission necessitates flexibility, the structure that works for others seems like a straitjacket to you. You'll quickly see why your path was never predictable. You have been learning the skill of regeneration from the cosmos. You have always recovered better after losing everything. You have risen stronger each time you have been struck down. This was not a kind of discipline. It was practice. The capacity to generate plenty from nothing at all is the ultimate business superpower that you have been honing. This ability is going to be your signature. You're going to have a significant impact that goes much beyond your small social circle. You're going to hear your name called by strangers in rooms you haven't yet visited. In the greatest conceivable manner, your reputation is coming before you. The seeds you sowed with genuine action are going to sprout at the same time, forming an opportunity garden that appears out of thin air. You are reversing interpersonal patterns that are not just promoting personal development, but also mending generations. Your whole lineage, not just your timeline, is being healed by every poisonous loop you refuse to repeat, every manipulation you expose, and every boundary you set. You are altering not just your own life, but also the course of your family for future generations. Under the pretext of personal growth, this is legacy labor. Something you have been working on behind closed doors is going to become widely popular in ways that go beyond social media measurements. This has nothing to do with shares or likes. It has to do with a change in awareness. People's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors may be altered by what you have been creating. The collective awareness has been primed by the cosmos to accept what you are going to provide. You're not fortunate with your timing. It is a work of heavenly design. You are ideally suited to bear the responsibility that comes with the financial affluence that is on its way to you. You're not supposed to become rich for your own convenience. You are destined to redistribute resources. Your knowledge in circulation will double any money that comes your way. You know that although hoarding money leads to stagnation, Smart flow generates exponential development for all parties. It's not antisocial to follow your instincts and avoid certain individuals. It is the ultimate kind of self-preservation. Your energy is now too important to be wasted on relationships that deplete rather than replenish. The cosmos is essentially telling you to protect your frequency as if it were a valuable resource. You'll see soon why this safeguard was necessary for the future. You are getting close to a point of confluence, which is why the synchronicities have been growing. Every recurring number, chance meeting, and impromptu discussion served as stepping stones that brought you to this point. Whispering is not how the cosmos communicates. It yells in signals and wonders when you're this close to making a breakthrough. Be mindful of everything. Right now, nothing is coincidence. Others are going to undergo a metamorphosis just by your presence. Your frequency will restructure the energy of every space you enter without a word of instruction, preaching, or teaching. This is engineering, not ego. You were created with the intention of accelerating the growth of awareness. After interacting with you, people will feel mysteriously improved, albeit they won't fully get why. The imposter syndrome you have been fighting isn't the real thing. It is acknowledging the disconnect between your true self and the person you have been portraying. Your actual strength seems alien because you have been playing it down for so long. However, the mask eventually falls off for good. The mask conceals brilliance rather than defects. People are going to be blinded by your genuine brilliance. You have been preparing for a position that does not yet have a label with every talent you have acquired, obstacle you have surmounted, and lesson you have learned. You're not taking a job that already exists. You are establishing a brand new category. Pioneers are not prepared for preset courses by the cosmos. It equips them to pave the way for others to ultimately develop those paths into freeways. Your current state of fatigue is soon to give way to excitement. You will finally be directing your efforts toward your actual mission, not because your workload will lessen. What formerly depleted you will now invigorate you when you are in alignment with your divine destiny. You're going to experience what it's like to flow with global stream rather than against it, and effort becomes easy. It wasn't a dream from your early years to realize you were different. They were the first to notice your task. You were unwittingly building an empire while other children were playing house. In reality, every instance of feeling alienated served as validation that you were meant to be exceptional. You'll soon stop apologizing for being normal, which was never your fate. There is more to the place that is calling to you than just a change of scenery. It's a calculated move toward your goal. The cosmos does more than just point you in the direction of happiness. It directs you to your most productive areas. You're not experiencing wanderlust. It is heavenly GPS that points you in the direction of the most impactful places for your talents. Have faith in the pull. Your capacity to see beyond people's masks has been becoming stronger since you will soon require that talent at an expert level, even if logic cannot yet explain it. You will be presented with chances, some of which will be legitimate, and others of which will be traps masquerading as advantages. You are not cynical in your judgment. For the level you're going to work on, this equipment is required. Have faith in your instincts. Divine wisdom has calibrated it. The family member who has never been able to relate to you is going to be your strongest ally. Your achievement will be so evident that people will see backing you as their best course of action, not because they will suddenly understand your ideas. The goal here is not to prove anything to anyone. It's about making your light so brilliant that it's visible to the blind. The sources of validation will be the most surprising. It was never intended for you to travel this route by yourself. There is more to the obsidian inner order than meets the eye. It is a haven for the awakened, the exiled, and those who have been abandoned for their truth and gaslight for their abilities. We get together live on Zoom once a week. Stories of change from real individuals with genuine faces. A healer who overcame ritual abuse and discovered their power. A former CFO who accepted their psychic skills. And a seer who liberated themselves from religious persecution. Numerous others join us who are well aware of your experiences. This is your spiritual family. They will never abandon you. They will never leave you to face this revelation alone, and they will never ignore your pain as if it were normal. You are not punished by being banished from the normal world. For us and the family that chose you back, it was a prelude to this. Join the Inner Order of Obsidians. In the description, there is a link. The financial tension that has been limiting your choices will soon dissipate like morning mist. Through the unexpected discovery of resources you were unaware you had, rather than through a single windfall. All this time, you have been rich. The cloud of restriction just prevented you from seeing it. You'll giggle at how wealthy you've always been once that fog clears. You'll need to collect ideas more quickly than ever before for the creative download that is on its way. Get your systems ready today, including voice recorders and notebooks, whatever suits you best. You'll want to savor every drop of inspiration that the universe is going to provide. These are blueprints for creating empires, not simply concepts. When done well, each one is worth its weight in gold. Your most precious currency will soon be your very presence. Instead of receiving instruction, people will pay to be in your energy field, absorb your frequency, and learn by doing. Being a guru is not the goal here. It's about realizing that for those who are prepared to level up, your entire presence serves as education. You're not required to instruct. You just must be. The individual attempting to outdo you is soon to learn that they have been riding a bicycle while competing against a rocket. It's not only that your trajectory is different, it's in another realm entirely. As you create new games, let them imitate your previous moves. Operating in a category of one renders competition meaningless. Soon, everyone observing will see this clearly. That secretly perfected project of yours is more than ready. It's past due. It's not a fear of failure that's holding you back. It is a dread of the accountability that always accompanies achievement. You have a gut feeling that once you let go of this creation, you can't go back to playing little. The universe is letting you know that it's time to take on that duty. Your presents weren't meant to be hidden. It is not insomnia that has disturbed your sleep. They may be downloaded. During those early morning hours when the curtain is at its thinnest, your awareness has been upgraded. Reconstruction was what seemed like restlessness. In order to manage the upcoming tremendous growth, your operating system has been updated. Everything that seemed broken will turn out to have been created by God. Keep this in mind when we return to our starting point. You're well ahead of the curve. Nothing can stop you now. You have a lot of microphones to drop. This message's countdown, which began at the beginning, is almost over. Your awareness has been primed for the transition that is already underway by the activation code, included in every word you have taken in. You are not changing into a different person. You're showing the person you've always been. The scene is ready. The crowd gathered. The cosmos itself is waiting for you to arrive. The microphones you are about to drop will do more than simply produce sound. Everyone in their vicinity will experience reality being rearranged by the shock waves they produce. This is the moment you are meant to be. Fire-tested training for this role. The world is now, at last, prepared for what you have come to provide. Greetings from your period.